for having me.
Just wanted to get a chance to know you a little bit better, and maybe some other people to get a chance to know you. Obviously, you've got your monogram things on here. Mortgage Lending Solutions.
Right.
If anybody needs a mortgage, go see Pete. How long have you been in the business?
So I've been in the business on the mortgage. I've been financed for about 30 years in mortgage financing, real estate financing, 26 years.
How could someone of your young age be in the business
Flattering.
that long?
Flattering, yes.
No, but obviously I'm in the business with you to a certain degree.
Sure.
We run a title company, and the reason I'm having you on is I enjoy you as a client, co-person in this crazy world of real estate lending, but I think you're an interesting person too. You know?
Well, I'm happy to hear it.
So what I really wanted to talk about, and I don't want to like fluff your pillow,
Sure.
but I mean, there's some things that I think are admirable about you.
Okay.
And want to know if you even know you put these things out there. One being, I know you've been successful. You've worked for a few different companies.
Mm-hmm.
You've been with the company you're at right now, and it seems like you're an integral part of that business. Regardless, I know your boss is not here, but right. I think Carolyn, you need to give him more props. Okay. But there's other things that you put out there. I mean, I think that people that see you look at you as a family man.
I hope.
Okay?
Sure hope so, yeah.
And I also look at you as a person that does not live outside of their means.
No, absolutely not. No.
So,
yeah.
What made you? Why are you the way you are with spending money? And I don't mean that like, and I'm not saying you're frugal or things like that.
No, I get what you're saying, yeah.
But what made you who you are today in that aspect?
I got you. Yeah. So honestly, I grew up and we didn't really have anything, Greg. We really didn't. I grew up in Midland, and we really didn't have much. My dad, just like every other father in Midland for the most part, was a steel worker. And they did well there. They really did. I mean, it was a great opportunity. It was a great place to grow up. Midland to me is very near and dear to my heart. It really is. That being said, back in 1980, when I was 11 years old, my dad had passed away. Yeah, don't do the math. I gave everyone the math. Nevertheless, though, my dad had passed away. And, typical Midland moms, I mean, my mom was a housewife, so we really grew up with not a whole lot. And you had to make do with what you had. And I think that combined with, my grandfather, my mom's dad, kind of took the reins as far as a father figure to some degree.
Oh, okay.
And, my grandfather, again, very, very humble beginnings, did very well. Again, a steel worker as well. But, he always taught me to save. His motto always was, when you get your paycheck, you pay your bills, you save, and you spend what's left. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the way he always went about things, and I kind of just took that to heart. I really don't live a lavish lifestyle in any way, shape, or form. I live the lifestyle that I want to live. Mm-hmm. And the most important thing to me, and going back to what you said, being considered a family man, that's really what I care about. That's number one. Number one is my family. And then after that is my career. And as much as I take it very seriously and try to do the very best I can all the time, you know what I mean? I also, it plays a distant second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just does. I mean, that's what's most important.
And the reason I bring up the thing about the family man,
mm-hmm.
and I know maybe to some people right now, they may not get it that are newer to our industry, but
right.
I mean, back in 98, 99, 2000,
okay,
those were some we had some real characters.
Yes. The business,
Real characters.
The business has evolved.
Yes.
It really has.
Yeah.
You know, and you're right. It was kind of the Wild West.
Yeah.
To some degree.
It was.
You know, being, I don't want to say a young man during that time, but young in the business, I saw it. I saw what was going on. I didn't like it, and I didn't do it. You know what I mean? I took things differently. I just think that, you know, when things changed and after we had a financial crash in 2008, right? Then they came out with, in our business, licensing, a lot more compliance and things like that.
You've gone through a lot of changes, probably the most in anyone's career during that.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a very trying time.
Yeah.
But everything that they brought about, I'll be honest with you, I was in favor of.
Oh, okay.
I was in favor of the compliance simply because there's people in any career. You got good and bad. It's simple. I think it weeded out the people that probably shouldn't be there because they weren't doing things the right way.
That's probably very fair.
Yeah.
It's very fair.
I think it's a fair statement. I do.
It is.
You know,
it is.
When people are buying a home, let's be honest here, it's the biggest investment of their life.
Right.
They need trust.
Right.
They need communication.
Right.
Every person that I ever talk to on the phone, whether it be client, agent, title company, doesn't matter. They know that they can call me at 9:30 at night.
Right.
They can call me at 2:00 on a Sunday. Business doesn't stop in real estate and mortgages. It just doesn't. And, you know, I've always said I made it a goal that every agent that works with me, I owe them, you know, a debt of gratitude, first of all, but more than that, communication at any point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wait till Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not that way in this business. I encourage them, I encourage their clients the same, because I want to give them the best service possible.
Let's get back to Midland.
Sure.
Your soft spot.
Okay.
What I know, before we started doing this, you and I were talking basketball,
right.
High school basketball.
Right, sure.
What do you see good about Midland right now? What are tell me some good things, because guess what? Everybody just wants to talk about, oh, this sucks, something negative or whatnot.
Sure.
But what are some good things about going on in Midland, your hometown?
Yeah. So honestly, like, one of the biggest things, and everyone that will watch this knows, PA Cyber is a huge employer there. My wife actually works there.
Okay.
And she absolutely loves it. She really, really loves her job.
Is your wife from Midland too?
My wife is from Ohioville industry.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's not from Midland.
Okay.
But it just you know, bringing PA Cyber in and what the principles that brought PA Cyber to Midland has really revitalized a lot of the employment. Okay. So you have a lot of people working. The thing that bothers me, and I know we're talking about positive things about Midland, is possibly maybe just Main Street. Okay. I feel now that there's an opportunity, and again, it's a little bit more difficult, but I feel the opportunity for maybe some incoming businesses to start, you know, it seems to me that Midland, after PA Cyber is after the workday's done, it seems to go a little bit dead. You have Lincoln Park there, which is an incredible facility.
Yes.
You know, the technology there, you know, everything that they do is fantastic. I can't say enough about them. But again, you know, those people are coming down for the shows, for the basketball, for whatever it may be, but then they're gone again. I would love to see some revitalization of Midland Main Street where there's more to do after the fact.
So from 9 to 5, the town is occupied, but you're saying after 5 o'clock, though, so a lot of the people that are working
right
are leaving the town.
Yeah, because
so we have to find a reason to bring them back into the town, or a reason to stay there, eat, do things of that nature. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is, we all in our age group, right? We saw, you know what I mean, the collapse of the quote unquote small town, right? It's happened all over the country. It's happened all over the country. Yeah. You know, we had a lot of industry here. Everything was industrial, you know, it dictates everything else. It really does.
It does.
It dictates the economy, the local economy,
Yeah.
everything. And that being said, it would just be nice to see more in Midland. I know that's a daunting task. I do. It's a small town on the edge of the state, right near the border.
Right.
And
Yeah, you can be in Ohio and West Virginia like this.
in no time flat.
Yep.
In no time flat. So, I would like to see that. But yes, Midland, I think the world of Midland. I really do. It's just a great town. And I would like to see a little bit more revitalization. I know how difficult that is, though. I do know how difficult that is.
Yeah.
When I grew up there was a bakery, there was a grocery store, there was all these different things. And I get that, time has changed that, right? To some degree. We have the big box stores, Greg. You know what I mean? A lot of those things have changed Main Street for a number of years in a lot of communities. And it's hard to fight back from.
Yeah. And let's not forget, whatever retail was strong, COVID did sucker punch retail. So, already a town that needs something like that, it probably didn't make things easier.
Yeah,
double whammy.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I know my daughter has been very active in the center down there.
It's great.
Yeah, Jen Miller does an incredible job.
That's not even a strong enough word. I don't feel. Jen and her former husband, her late husband Corey, they're just wonderful people. Jen, of course, and Formal does a great job. With their outreach. I mean, it's just really good. And it's good to see that your daughter is down there spending time. Because I think it's absolutely necessary.
Those things are not good for just the kids. They were good for my daughter.
Yes. Goes both ways. Sure.
It is definitely both ways. It is, she has seen life through other eyes.
Right.
And it's important.
It's very important.
It's very important.
Very important.
It's very important. I think it helps you treat people.
Mm-hmm.
I can't thank Jen enough for allowing my daughter to have as much impact, access, and things of that nature there. I mean, I just think it's great. It needs to just keep on, I think, in our other communities, like the communities around Midland, Western Beaver, I think that we should still be kicking resources and helping.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
maybe one day we could be looking at Midland helping us. Right?
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
it doesn't need to be
exactly.
Right. I mean, I want to see Midland build to be 100% not only independent, but also helping others.
Yes.
And I think it can happen. Pete, is it going to happen like this? No.
Nothing happens like that.
I mean, look even from you as a small child growing up there to now, you probably could never have predicted what the heck's going on there.
No, not at all. I mean, as a child, growing up in a still town like that, your first thought, Greg, honestly, is like, and again, you're young, you don't have the maturity yet, but you see everyone going to work and they go in the 10th Street gate and go to the mill. That you think that that's pretty much what your course is as well.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
You have a very narrow mind when you're young, very, very narrow mind. And that kind of leads back to what you were kind of saying about your daughter going to the center and how much impact has been on her for doing that, is because now your daughter doesn't have that narrow line. All we know is what we do, right?
Right.
We know our reach, and we kind of only know what we see, right? So doing different things for different communities, and whether the community is challenged or whether the community is prosperous, it goes both ways. And you need to step outside your comfort zone, and you need to have more compassion for everyone. The compassion is gone right now, and it's the one thing that bothers me more than anything, is people need to start being nicer to one another. They just do. Greg. We've gotten away from that. I hate to say it. I mean, we're all Greg. We're all selfish. There's just,
That's fair.
We need to be
That's
better.
fair.
We need to be better people, right? Not better
right.
business people or anything like that, but I
Right.
think we need to be better people
Right.
sometimes.
Yeah. Saying thank you doesn't hurt that much.
Not at all.
And it doesn't take that much energy.
It doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, I've always said, like, when you're in a good mood and you're going to, it could be a retail spot that you're going to or anything like that. When you go in with a great attitude and you smile at the lady that checks you out and you just have a better day.
Yeah.
And it's not a fake smile. You know what I mean? It's if we all go about things a little differently and maybe have more kindness for others. I think it's important. I really do.
Well, like I said, I hope we have more individuals in our business that have more than just the business in a way, that are standing for, hey, that's a cool person.
Yeah.
I want to be around that person because they're positive energy or good things. Good things, I believe, do happen when people are trying to put good intentions out there.
You're right. But you know what? Everything, and when you were saying that, my brain started working here. But everything that we've done over the last 10 years, and I just mean as a society, okay? What we've done, I mean, so 10 years ago, when you needed a new pair of running shoes, you didn't go on Amazon and get it.
No, you didn't.
You went to your local running store or Dick's Sporting Goods or wherever that might be that you buy your stuff. And, you got to know the guy, so on and so forth. Now, we order it to our door off of our phone. We order our food to our door off of our phone. There's not enough.
I'm a DoorDasher. I'm sorry,
but that's okay. I mean, everyone
like
does
it is a guilty pleasure.
You're right, but these things have, honestly, when you think about it, separated us, right?
Yeah, but I thought but listen, I thought that was insane. I yelled at people that did this, and then I started doing it in my laziness. Oh, I love it. Do you know that they can go to Dollar General and you can buy ginger ale off the shelf? I mean, it's insanity.
Well, let's see here. My phone is right here, okay? I do not have, honestly, don't get me wrong, Amazon, Netflix, all that stuff, but I don't have a DoorDash app. I don't have, believe it or not, and again, you're going to start bringing up my age. I don't even have Uber, okay? I get it. It's a great app, okay?
No. I'm not. My wife is more of a Uber. I'm not one. There's no good reason, but
I guess when you're
DoorDash,
out of town on vacation, whatever.
I can put couch time in like you can't imagine.
But let's go back. That couch time's taken away from all those relationships you want to make. To make us a better world.
I know.
Right?
I need to get out of my hole.
No, but it honestly, I think we've, and then you add in the pandemic. I mean, and people became so isolated.
Yeah, they did.
Now people are working from home, so you don't have those associations at work. We've gotten very solitary. We've gotten very solitary, and I got to be honest with you. As much as there are times that, hey, you just want to Netflix and chill, for lack of a better term. It's a young term.
For me, it's YouTube and chill.
YouTube and chill, yeah. So, but honestly, I think it's going in the... I get that these are conveniences.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. How much convenience do you want in your life? Because I don't care if you're an actor, an athlete, or anything else. Convenience and production don't go hand in hand.
No, you're right.
Hard work, man.
Who knows? Maybe that pendulum starts coming back.
I sure hope so.
I do too.
I sure hope so.
So the last thing I want to ask you.
Yeah. That's
last
a
thing.
Big one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because we have had disagreements about this.
Okay.
2024.
Yeah.
Who wins the Formula One?
Ooh. Well, that's Max Verstappen and it's Red Bull.
That's the problem.
That's definitely what's going to happen.
Horner's got issues. He's got little pictures out there. They got investigations going on. Are we seeing the end of Red Bull?
No, you are absolutely not. I honestly think. No, listen. You and I, we joke about this all the time. And listen, you know so much more about this stuff than
Well, no,
I do.
I'm upset. My man Carlos is not going to have a ride next year. That's
he's
my
going.
man.
He's going to have a ride.
I know he is, but he's not.
Where's it going to be?
I don't know.
You don't think there's a chance?
I've been a Ferrari fan, but I tell you what, Ferrari, I'll flush that team right down the toilet.
Make a lot of big mistakes. Mistakes that shouldn't be made in $1 billion sport.
If Lewis gets upset now, how upset is he going to be there?
Is he going to Ferrari
Next year?
24 or
25.
25.
So he's stuck in a team this year, and he has already signed a contract to go to Ferrari the following year. I mean, you don't let him in. If you're Mercedes, you don't let him into any of those team meetings.
Right.
I mean, but now what do you do with Horner? With Horner's in trouble right now because of supposedly he might have had some inappropriate pictures that he sent out. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but he has superior knowledge about the car this year. Do they fire him? Do they make him stay in the team? What does he do? Or is it in the world of F1? He just quits for a year and then comes back and everybody forgets it?
Right. You know, in sports,
I think Pete's max is going down.
No, he's absolutely wrong. And your boy Carlos Sainz might be driving for Red Bull after they get rid of Checo. So, all right, so let's just go into that. You might have a Red Bull hat on next year. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But
so you're all right. So you're still a Red Bull guy.
Yeah, listen.
And is your wife still a Red Bull fan?
No, my wife was never a Red Bull fan. My wife is a Charles Leclerc fan, and she's a Ferrari fan. So, yeah, you know, it is so weird because my wife has never been into really sports exactly. And as far as racing goes, neither one of us really were.
Right.
I'm not a guy to sit down and watch more than 1 minute of a NASCAR race.
Right.
Things like that. But Formula One just intrigued me. Yeah. It was different.
It's a circus.
They're all circuses.
Yeah.
They're all every professional sport is a circus. Yeah. But I agree with you.
It's a show.
It's very dramatic. Lots, but it just, to me, it's an incredible sport. I mean, it's, you know, you're talking about 20 of the best drivers in the world.
Yeah.
You know, you really are.
Yeah.
And that's just impressive to watch.
Yeah.
These guys are machines.
It's machines, and I think what I like about Formula One, it's not about fairness. No. So it's like, in a way, like, hey, this is a glimpse. This is like Santa Claus isn't real.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry.
12 and older on this, please.
Yeah. No, it's true, but
you realize one day my grandson might watch this video, and you just told him that Santa Claus isn't real.
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
Appreciate it.
I know that. That's all right. Maybe we'll delete that part out. So, well, Pete, thank you for being here.
Well, I
really appreciate it. Yeah. I'm glad we have this relationship, and back to business. I hope we have a good 2024 year.
Yeah.
I hope you're getting the loans. I'm getting some closings.
Yes.
Let's just help for positive things to be happening with both of our companies.
Full power ahead. It takes every one of us, right?
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you. Thanks.